This video we have Kobo versus Big Tay for Madden Bowl. This is a win and get in game, $30,000 game of Madden. And this is the kind of culmination of the zero chill meta, zero chill offense, defense. Really fun matchup here. Kobo is going to be in the Patriots uniforms and Big Tay is going to be in the Texans. Advantage for Kobo early is that Texans he's going to be on defense now. Both of these guys probably going to be rocking the Vikings defense playbook. Seems to be kind of the meta now. Real quick, just wanted to just jump right in here. Let me actually get this thing perfect. There we go. So just want to kind of quickly explain, kind of coming into this matchup, what we're going to see. It does look like Kobo is in. Let's actually pause this and come back here. Okay, so he is in. Did I see 3-4 odd in there? Oh, he's in a different book. I wonder what he's got to be in. Is this, I think, multiple defense? To be multiple defense? I'm not sure. But Kobo's got 3-4 odd and dollar in his book, so I'm not sure what he's doing defensively. But he is going to be running dollar. Kind of interesting that he's running dollar because most people would agree, I think at this point in the year, that 146 seems to be the clear-cut move. Also notice that Kobo's not running double safeties. Look at the position of the safeties. This was honestly, like, in my opinion, the one. It sounds like super basic, but it is, in my opinion, probably the best thing about the Zero Chill promo is that it was able to, like, basically what it allowed for is it allowed for you to be able to leave your safeties backed off. Yeah, it does look like Kobo is, I think, in the multiple defensive playbook, I want to say. So what made Zero Chill, I think, so good, and he's also interesting, it's almost like a man press type look. Like, it's almost like just a regular. So I would assume that Kobo's in dime 3-2 to run a little bit of match coverage, because 146 really doesn't have great match plays. But with this defense and with this meta and kind of where we're at in the year, because these guys have mid zone, you're able to leave them. You don't have to bring them all the way down to the box. And then the main blitz is going to be this crossfire. Now, one big advantage to Kobo is he is playing U-trips. And another thing that's interesting to note about U-trips is they don't have a lot of good play action plays. And really, truly, the best counter for this loop is going to be play action. It does look like early here, Big Tay did some type of probably half slide to the left. And notice here, Kobo is running kind of man press on this left side. And then, yeah, this looks basically like just cover 4 quarters to me. But anywho, so that is kind of the first play. And he does have double safety that he will be using. He's using a show blitz look. We really haven't seen this, and he's going to do this against Quick Hike. This is the thing about U-Trips this year. I believe that this is probably the best that U-Trips has probably ever been, because really U-Trips you don't really struggle against man as much with U-Trips this year as you have in the past. And then also, the other thing about U-Trips this year is you can snap the ball like ridiculously quick. So you're going to see Big Tay use a lot of like master tactician, 2 hot routes and go type of combinations. Also notice Kobo doing the manual bump on the tight end, trying to neutralize one of the biggest aspects of that. And then he actually gets a massive fumble here. So he manually presses the tight end, and then he gets that nice fumble, able to get the ball back. And now we're going to see Kobo offensively. Now, Kobo on offense is going to be in Seattle, I believe. And this is really the first time I think second time we've seen Seattle like at a top level. And Big Tay is going to be, it looks like, in that 146. Let's just back to one quick second. No, it does look like Big Tay's in dollar too. So what do I know? Maybe dollar is the best defense. I feel like we've seen a lot of people shift over to the 146 meta, but dollar, you see both these guys running dollar. So dollar 146 are very similar defenses. I just think dollar gives you a little bit more in terms of coverage, whereas 146 I think gives you slightly a better edge in pressure. And so it just kind of depends on what you want. Kobo is going to audible around a lot. The way Kobo plays offense this year really kind of interesting because he didn't really play like this last year. Last year it was pretty much trips tight end every single time, and he was going to try to essentially, a lot of quick dots, a lot of underneath stuff last year. This year it's like he's going to play faster, he's going to audible around a lot more, and I think what it's essentially in his mind, he's almost got like, to me, a play call script of like, I'm gonna do this, and see how you handle it. So he also does a lot of rocket catching. That did not work, at the end of the day. And that's why, like, I mean, it's $30,000 and we're throwing into double coverage. You know what I mean? Now, does Kobo probably have a rocket catch that he's trying to do? Yeah. But I just, too big of a game. Like, too big of a game. And you give it the ball right back. Like, just a huge mistake. Any way you slice it. Did he mess up his... Right, that's why I don't really like rocket catching per se, because when you get it, it's like unstoppable. But then, like, if you mess it up, it's a pick. You know what I mean? So I would assume he was trying to do a rocket catch on that fade route, but double covered. Maybe he just messed up. Maybe he thought it was a soft squat. Maybe it ended up matching. He didn't think it would. I don't know, but didn't look pretty. So a lot of show blitz cover 4 quarters, mainly bumped to tight end. He's not running. Okay, so it's confirmed that this is not match because he's not getting a reroute on that right side. So it looks like he's just cover 4. The quarter flat decision is kind of interesting. There's cover 2. This is what I've talked about a lot over the last couple of months. Got another fumble. Are you serious? He got another fumble? Wow. There you go. I don't know what to tell you, Big Tay. You got to learn how to slide. I mean, he was obviously hitting slide. He just didn't slide. Like, it's... In this year's game, honestly, if you want to give up something, and it's kind of been that way for a couple of years, if you want to give up something, give up the daggone quarterback scramble because you got a chance at a fumble. Flat route. See, there's trips. And I wish Kobo, like, personally, just as a big Kobo fan, like, I just wish he would run more trips. I think he's better. Just kind of like using the quick dots out of trips, and I feel like I've seen him running this all around, and like there's like points where it looks like just unguardable. Like it just looks like, oh my gosh, how would you ever get a stop against him? But then I've also seen him do the audible round stuff, and it's looked like he almost is. I don't know if it's trying to do too much or if it's just like not mastered a formation. I don't know. It just seems like he can miss some things. Because he's using so many different things. But like, see, but then you see like a quick dot like that, and it's like, oh yeah. So I just think Kobo's generally best whenever he's just quick dotting. I think he's got a really good ability to be able to hit the, quick reads. And I actually think Kobo's also best when he's 5 outing too. But anyway, 3-4 odd. Little walkout from Big Tay. Kind of interesting. I want to see if that blitz comes in. I think he's doing that. Now, I will say that's one of the things about Seattle that I've heard that run is really good. One of the underrated things that a lot of these MCS guys do that I think people really don't give them a lot of credit for, myself included, is their red zone. Their red zone is normally pretty good. Like they actually have like a plan for what they want to do in the red zone. Most people don't. And they also have like, these runs are good, these runs are bad. And I've tested those runs against, the main defenses you're going to see, which is why. So you always want to look at like, what runs are they calling? Why are they calling those runs? Like those are little things. Here's the post flat combo on the outside. That's actually a cool, kind of cool setup. So this is actually a really cool concept. So one of the things you anticipate in the red zone is a cloud flat from this guy, because that's going to do a good job against like a corner route or and if you put a post on this outside receiver, you stem him all the way down. So it's going to run like a slant route for some reason, especially if you have a wheel route on this outside, especially if it's a flatter wheel. This wheel route will watch this cloud flat defender for some reason. And I don't know, but if you just take a look right here, so you see how look at this cloud flat, look how far inside this goes. Like, look at this. Talk about terrible defense. He's going to his help. He has 2 defenders in here. Like, it's just a byproduct of how bad zones are in this game. but it's actually a really nice play by Kobo. Like knowing that Madden, obviously, one of the things that I do feel like one of the things we're seeing later in the year is we are seeing kind of the return of a knowledge gap. And that's something that I'm a big fan of. Like, I would rather it be, I don't know, I just like a knowledge gap better because I feel like it's more on you for preparation. And Kobo is going to be labbed up. I just feel like how I define knowledge and skill gap is, I think knowledge gap is more preparation, pre-snap, putting good route combinations together for specific purposes, right? When I think of skill gap, I literally think of like stick skill, like my ability to user one route and jump the other, or my, you know what I mean? When I think of, I actually think like skill gap can be defined essentially in post snap reads and user. Like I think it almost can come down to like those two main elements, or like run stick, right? Like spinning, like stuff like that. I define that as like stick skill, like not hitting circle, but like the ability to like, you used to be able to, what was it called? Stop and go, right? Stuff like that. So used to be able to do that a little bit more. So it looks like Kobo's core strategy is manually bumping the tight end out of a cover 4 shell and basically forcing throws over the middle. Again, at this point in this time, a lot of people have mid-zone KO. So that is something to kind of note. It's interesting to see how Kobo defends on the left side. I would actually go with I don't think like just man pressing with a safety over the top, shade inside is terrible, which I think he did right there. There you see there's that man press. Like I don't think that's a bad adjustment whatsoever. One of the things that Kobo might actually be doing that we don't even realize is, see, I think he's manning it up. But one of the things that would be, what do we get backside here? Do we get space at cover 4? This is what I think is interesting about U-Trips is you see here, so you don't get the match. So then you have this guy kind of in no man's land. Look how open this drag is. That's probably the weakness of doing what I said, where it's just a basic man up. But yeah, really nice read from Big Tay. And Big Tay's got spin cycle on everybody, by the way. So he's just spinning, and he's able to get at this point in the year. This is literally like days before the zero chill thaw, and that completely changed the game. Like zero chill basically allows you to put at least one, maybe two abilities on people for free. And so what you are seeing is every quarterback has, the quarterbacks have set feet lead, gunslinger, master tactician, lofting, deadeye, dashing, whatever abilities you really want. Every receiver has, in this case, spin cycle and probably some kind of route running ability, which makes it hard to play man coverage. And then every defensive player pretty much is going to have probably some form of like mid-zone KO pick artist, mid-zone KO, deep zone KO, stuff like that. So it just, I personally think the game plays a lot better, but I think it plays a lot more. I'm trying to think how to word it. At this point in the year, if you look at like pre-zero chill and post-zero chill, at least for what we're seeing in LCQ right now, which I am going to be doing some film rooms on LCQ games, and I want to see what you guys think of that. I've wanted to do a lot more of that, and we'll see what you guys think of that, but I really enjoy doing these film rooms. I think you just learn a lot from watching these games. Here, Big Tay on the left side, or right side, and that was just bad from the beginning. And notice Kobo, I think one of the reasons he uses Seattle is because it does have a pretty good play action out of bunch tight end. But I laugh at this. That's not really ever a good. I guess he's doing that because the running back's over here. But normally that blitz comes from this side, and it's normally really good. But I've noticed personally when I try to blitz off this side, it's never as good as if you blitz over here. And then also, like, what a coverage call. Like, do we have a deep zone? I guess he was just selling out. I don't know why. I do want to talk about coverage a little bit here. So one of the things that's really interesting about coverage in this game is I really feel like it comes down to, this is why I actually like Zero Chill so much. So when I say I think Zero Chill can be summed up, its value proposition of why Zero Chill was good for the game can be summed up in what we saw from Kobo on this first drive. defensively, where he's able to leave the safeties backed off. He doesn't have to bring them into the box. The value that that adds to coverage is significant, because what's really frustrating in this game is if you bring those safeties down in the box, you basically have to they basically have to be on inside quarters. Like, I have not really had a lot of success, and I know a lot of people that I watch, they basically leave them on inside quarters, and so it really limits what you can do from a coverage perspective. And when you're able to leave the safeties back, you could run a lot of different coverages. You could run, it's basically a too high safety look where we could get to 10 different coverages, whereas if they're in the box, you probably maybe have 3. You know what I mean? And so a lot of what this game comes down to is cover 4, cover 4, cover 4, cover 4, cover 4, and then randomly cover 2. Or randomly, a big down, we'll go to cover 0, right? Did want to cover this here. This is Pat's slot out, I want to say. Yeah. Just a little tight end slant flat combo. It's actually a cool little play. But this little fade route, it's not a streak, it's a fade. So this half, or it could even be a quarter, is just going to dive down here. He's never going to play this fade. So that is one of the beauties of U-trips. And you're able just to you're just able to take the top off the defense. A really nice read from Big Tay there. Really nice route. Kobo coming out under center. A little bunch of nasty wide zone. Never really see that. Tell you, man, Kobo's going to have every play in the book. You're going to get every play in Kobo's book. I promise you that. Trio halfback week. Let's see. And Big Tay's double safety. That's a hard flat. See, that's what's terrible about this game. Even with all those abilities, that's a freaking hard flat. He can't cover it. He can't cover a hard flat can't cover a flat route. A hard flat cannot cover. So, yeah, I don't know why Big Tay's doing this. He's got to know something I don't. Whenever you watch a top-level player, I'm telling you from experience, like, these dudes play the game so much. They've tested so much. You got to kind of, like, just go in with the belief that they know something you don't, because they almost always do. Like, why I normally run it left to right. Why would he run it right to left? Does it have to do with the running back? What does it have to do with, right? Their Kobo mix or Big Tay mixed in DB Fire. I actually like that from him. Just kind of situationally mixing in a little slot corner pressure. Notice the double safeties, and notice real quick, look at the shell he has to basically run. Like, he can't. The way this game plays, if you run anything other than cover 4 when you bring those safeties down, in my opinion, you really run the risk of getting burned over the top. They can't fix zones. Like, they can't, because the way that the safeties back up fundamentally, like if I'm Kobo, I'm running, at least 2 streaks on every play when I see double safety, because if they bust a coverage, it's a touchdown. There's nothing you can do. And I get why you wouldn't do that, but that was a bad animation. I don't know if that was a bad user or they just got unfortunate. Here we go, 4th and 9. Yeah, it's just, see, this is what I'm talking about. Like, so you see here, that was actually a good blitz. This is what I was talking about, why it's better on the left side. Running back's actually on that side, I believe. Running back's not picking it up. I guess he does for a second, and then you get the shed. We ran a 50-yard corner. He never even got a chance to turn. I mean, Kobo's, he's going to be open. Both these deep routes. To me, it just didn't feel like a good down and distance for that play. Maybe, I mean, I know he's anticipating Big Tay going to the cover 2 at the sticks. I just didn't love that play call. I feel like there's been 2 or 3, really the first interception that Kobo threw and that one. I feel like that's just not very great on Kobo's part. Like, I understand what he was trying to do, but I just feel like there's got to be a better 4th and 9. Get me the first down. I feel like what he called was more of like a 2nd and 5 I Just feel like it took forever to get open. Like I just didn't love that play, but maybe he obviously called it for a reason. So yeah, good read. A lot of this game, in my opinion, is trying to catch your opponent in cover two. Look to the left side. You see he catches him in a cover two, and Kobo just can't get there. Touchdown, Big Tay, 21-14. About 2 minutes left in the second. I need to plug my cellular device in because it is about to die. See, here we go. Like, why do that? Maybe it stops the run better. I cannot understand why he does that. Because then over here now, look. See, I don't understand the difference. Like, what? Why? I don't know. Just something interesting to think about is like, why would you ever? I truly don't understand why you would blitz from here to here. I've never seen it really work that good. Ooh, little high ball from Kobo. Very nice. And also for the record, I believe that the LCQ ladders just finished up, and I believe Kobo was the number one seed. So I mean, Kobo obviously top notch player. What I actually really like about the MCS is to a degree, I just kind of like what they're doing with Madden Bowl, where they're making it legitimately like the playoffs. Like I really like that because you get to see the best 14 players. You get the first round bye. Like, there's some really cool aspects of that. Big Tay accidentally ran commit. Did he really? Is it accidental? I don't know that this is an accidental run commit. I mean, I think it kind of is. Because the other thing that you're factor here is Big Tay ideally gets the ball back with a chance to be able to put some points on the board. Because I believe Kobo gets ball at half. So Kobo really likes this trio halfback week. Trips, quads. There's a streak. Not really there. Playmaker. Kobo's playmaker in a lot, and he's not really hitting a lot of them. I just haven't. I don't know. I mean, he's hitting some. Yeah, see, I just feel like you see just like see how long it takes him to audible. It just seems like it's a little indecisive. Just jump in this play. And I know it's not that simple, but it just kind of feels like that. Like, I think what's really more of a factor is Kobo's trying to make sure that he doesn't give Big Tay back the ball too. So he's trying. It's really strategic of like how many yards is he going to get because this is where honestly, like Madden for the most part is checkers. This is where I think it becomes a little bit of chess because it's how many yards. I'm trying to call plays that set me up to take 3 more rounds of clock. Like, I think this is where it can become a little bit more chess of like, I know that defensively you're trying to play, aggressive because you want me to score because you want to get the ball back. So I got to call plays that put me in a position where I can still get receivers open against an aggressive defense, but not get them too open that it's a touchdown so that I can still take some clock. That's where I kind of think it's a little bit of like, 1 + 1 = 3 to a degree where you're trying to kind of like anticipate, the adjustment. You're trying to anticipate a little bit of like, what are they going to do? And because they know that I want to take all the clock. So how does that make them play defensively? How does that make me play offensively? And so I just think it's a little bit more, I think these are like the core. This is where I think Madden can become a little bit more chess is really these end of game scenarios, end of half scenarios where you're, trying not to score too fast, but you still need to be able to move the ball. Is this PA Snag? What? I didn't know this was in Seattle. Oh yeah, that's PA Snag. I'm pulling that up. Also, when you watch these games, I think it's actually kind of cool to have the playbooks that they're running up so you can kind of just cheat at, just kind of look at it. Little tip for film study. So was he in normal flex snug? No. What was that play? Maybe he's not in Seattle. Oh, this play. That's the other thing is I forgot. This is like the day of the new playbooks, isn't it? Or no, this was the day before. So this was the day before the new playbook. So this is literally peak zero chill. What did he run on that play? Because that was not. Is he in Vikings? He might be in Vikings. I think I'm almost positive he's in Seattle. Little nice corner out. Yeah, he has to be in Seattle. How did he? I don't see normal Y off close in Seattle's playbook. He was totally in that. Maybe it was a different variation. Oh, normal Y off. Very good, Kobo. Normal Y off. New offense coming soon. This is in Seattle's playbook. Very good. It's got a lot of crazy plays in there. All right, so perfectly executed by Kobo, pretty much. I mean, you can almost not get any better than that. What's cool is Big Teddy's about to show us a little sauce out of the Patriots, out of the Patriots playbook. You might not know this, but this pistol tight Y off flex formation, low key, is like really, really good. Notice Kobo setting up prevent. This has got a double pass in it. It's got a really good counter run. It's got a halfback zone. Like, it's a cool formation. Goes to halfback zone again. Give it a shot. Not able to get it. And now we are into the second half. Kobo ball tied up. Pretty much best case scenario for Kobo. I mean, you got stopped, what, 3 times? 2, 3 times? Big Tay did fumble twice. But starting out a little jet touch pass. I'm going to have to lab up on the normal Y off in the Hawks. Yeah, Kobo just gives you a tour. Love that play. Yeah. Good defense. Honestly, good defense and good offense, really. I think that was good on both sides. So he's running this PA Verts play as kind of his main play, I would think. But I mean, notice that Kobo, like, circle. Got him. Nice throw. Nice throw. Nice play. Nice play, Kobo. All right, so Kobo did what he needed to do. Now he needs to get a stop. The manual bump of the tight end is really, like, it's good. I just don't know if you can, like, I'm just trying to think about U trips. Here's a cover 2 mix in. So this is what I'm saying. Like, situationally, he's going to do a little cover 2 on this side, a little cover 3 over here. Man's up the tight end. He's going to switch stick over here. Why is he not switching off of the tight end? I want to know that too. Maybe he's just not seeing anything he needs to switch onto. I would think, like, if I was doing this, I would manually bump the tight end and then immediately get onto somebody else, because if you man up the tight end and you manually bump him, he's dead. Like, in my opinion, he runs so slow, you can immediately click off of when you do this. So I'm just kind of but this tactic is something that's really good against these. This would be good against normal Y off close too. Like, just this manual. See, there it is. See how he manually switched off there? He wasn't able to take that away. And Big Tay, he ends up. So this is what I was talking about. This actually sets up real nice. So let's actually explain this. So, okay, so situationally, 4th and 14. I honestly don't even love the defense here. Like, look at the defense. Why? Maybe he just didn't get it off. But this is a third. These are thirds. So what's open here? Like, that's wide open. His goal is to manually take this guy out. Honestly, I bet you like a streak from there might even be open. But I know, like, if you run that. Now, this is a little bit of a niche call to put this guy on a streak, but you see it a lot from U-trips. Kind of a standard thing. So what are the plays that you're going to see from Big Tay here? If you just think about it fundamentally, you could get a corner route, you could get a speed out, you could get a corner out here. Those are like the reasons for the cloud flats. The other big thing in U trips typically is this little post. Like that's a money route in this formation, and that's going to get you the first down. So what I don't understand here is look at the defense. Like this is it. He doesn't change anything. He probably protected sticks here, but he's getting a reroute. You have to have this outside third for a fade. If you don't have the outside third, it could be a dot. So Big Tay runs, what you would basically expect. I think this is just something like this. So you see there's the post, and it's, yeah, like look at that. So yeah, I just feel like it's too easy to beat. I think he just wanted his blitz home. I mean, if his blitz gets home, it's not like he's good. So I think Kobo just risked it with the blitz, and everything else was covered. But I mean, to give up a streak on 4th and 14 is, this is what makes U trips hard because you take the tight end, the slot streak. That's such a big play for Big Tay because that was honestly like Kobo's best chance at stopping him. Like that was really good chance at getting a stop there. Like really, really, really good. Kobo loves to go to this bunch nasty. It's wide zone again. All right, so we're taking some notes there. Bunch X nasty, wide zone, under center run, good audible. Noted. And he's doing this against Dollar, pretty much. Yeah. Dollar. A little whip route. I love this. See, this is like just good Madden. You got this little cross. Watch this route. It's like a little fade. Watch it pull. Look at that flat. Watch this pull that. Look at that. Yellows get pulled inside by this post. This is basically flat zig as far as like this area of the field is being able to attack with this whip route. But the cool part about this is you still get a fade. You still get something that can attack over in this area. So it's just a really versatile play. And I actually love the way that opened that space up for Kobo right there. All right, 1st and 10, 2 minutes and 40 seconds left. Kobo probably needs to score before I think he's fine. I think you just play, it's just regular offense at this point. At this point in the game, you could dive on conservative like that, get a couple extra yards. You would really never fumble. So that has since been patched. This is kind of an interesting formation from Kobo. You just don't see this stuff. But he's got his quick reads. And see, I'm telling you, man, I think Kobo's really good when the majority of his offense is around these quick dots. And that's just a real nice play from him. Oh, the streak got him again. Good read. And Big Tay is getting a little aggressive with his switchies. And Kobo is taking advantage of it. Good combo, good read. All right, so no manual bump. Oh, Neighbors got out of there. That's that short post. That's why I like personally U-trips is you have a really nice short post on both sides and just the layout of the formation. I like the tight end whip route a lot. I'm surprised. I think the tight end whip route is really, really, really good. Out of there with RG3. Oh, he has Truz. That's why. Big Tay has activated Truz, so he will not fumble with his quarterback, which is huge. Super good ability right there. And the fridge is out of there for a touchdown. That's crazy how he got that many yards. This is pistol trips. Inside zone. Halfback slam. Let's pull up the Patriots playbook because that looked easy. That was a little too easy in my opinion. Pistol U off trips. Halfback slam. There it is. That's actually a cool formation. Pistol U of Trips has double post with a short post, a play action boot crosser, strong power. Then you learn a little something, something. Learn a little something, something when they audible around like that. So 35-35. Not a lot of defense being played. Defense is insane. And this is the best defense has been all year. Some people believe that defense got better after the zero chill thaw. I don't know for sure if I would agree with that one. I feel like this is really the best you're going to see defense in this game is right now with zero chill. Because you also have to factor in, oh, nice switch stick. Almost got him. You also have to factor in that everybody on the field is 99 speed. Like the majority of the players are 99 speed, which you're not going to get any. You know, they're never going to give us more than 99 speed, Madden. So they have, you know, two abilities. They're all pretty much 99 speed. Like this is peak. This is you know this is the game, and you see how powerful offense still is. So you go backwards where defenders are slower, blitzes are slower. I think it just favors the offense even more. Goes to trio again. He loves to go to this trio. He's been in this trio a lot. There it is. Underneath combos. Love it. Love it. That's one of my favorite plays. This is like, it's such a good trips combo. So you have a flat, you have an in, you have a drag or a slant, and then you have this in route. So you're able to attack underneath here, 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 here. Like this whole underneath gets attacked. I love this trips combo because it's just quick. You beat pressure easily. Kobo can block a running back. You see here, like, I mean, just no flat, no flat. Just makes it an easy read. So, love that combo from Bo. Fourth, put your fours up. 5-minute quarters. I thought they were gonna play 4. Another little factor. Whips, doink. Kobo got screwed. Double corner, curl, stem it all the way up. Yeah. Are we stemming the curl all the way up? No, we're not. We're just going to sit in the middle of the field. Oh, no. Yeah. So you've seen, like, I mean, double corner might get called once a game these days. Last year it was called so many times. And I think that's just because of switch stick, the impact switch stick has. Going back to that play, PA verse with the whip. Whip route's open, throw it. It's free. It's a layup throw. Go back to trips. Real nice read to that drag. Real nice read. Oh, the hitch was wide open. Missed a read there. And you see, I mean, I feel like... Ooh, okay. I think he eyeballed there to try to be safe. Now he's on a 4th and 2. This is actually dicey. Let's see. Now we're in a real big issue because 348, you kind of have to kick your 3, which is really unfortunate. I mean, this is really just like, this is just it. You know what's crazy? Guess what would have been open? Little baby flat. Oh my gosh. We ran 2 drags and a post. And it's open. Dang it, man. That sucks for Kobo. High ball inaccurate before the patch, by the way. Before the patch. So Kobo does settle for 3. Kind of have to. And now really the thing goes to Big Tay. Does Big Tay choose to clock this? Or does he just play regular offense? If he clocks this, you kind of are... It can get dicey if you clock this. If you just go down and score 7, it's pretty hard for... Like, there's just... a lot of it's just kind of different situations. You know, you either do it or you don't, and it just kind of depends. Don't love that play. Well, hopefully, Kobo or yeah, Kobo did not. It was 69. Okay, Kobo's in 3-4 odd now. Okay. So Kobo is in 3-4 odd, pinch bug zero. I believe he's showing blitz. Might not be in pinch bug zero actually, but he's just showing blitz out of 3-4 odd baseline. Um, so a completely new different defense for Kobo. Oh, and that's why you call 3-4 odd right there. Thing about 3-4 odd is if they're not gonna block people, you're gonna hum. So, yeah, but there's a lot of holes in the coverage. A nice little post route. So now 2 minutes left. You probably ideally snap this about there. Yeah, just yeah, Kobo's kind of in a bad spot now. Like 2 minutes. Basically, Kobo's trying to get Tay to score. Tay's going to take this now. At this point, kind of just based on how this drive has went, Tay's trying to take as much clock as he can. The reason it gets dicey is if Tay kicks a field goal with like 40 seconds, it's a significant advantage to Kobo. So you can't just like run the ball 3 times, kick a field goal. You need to take Kobo's timeouts. You need to kick a field goal with like 5 seconds left. So these are like really critical play calls. The other thing that's a big factor in these end of game scenarios and these end of clock situations is if you notice, like the field shrinks. So you can't just like throw a corner out. Like, you know what I mean? Like the field significantly shrinks. And so it makes defense a little easier. The closer you get to the end zone, really, the more the better chance the defense has at stopping you. So super heavy blitz, super aggressive. That worked out perfect for Big Tay. That's pretty. Yeah, I mean he made the read. Honestly, 2nd 5, he hit the drag. I think Kobo had that dude in the yellow, and he just didn't come down enough. But there it is, 35-38, 1st and goal. So Big Tay now is what I was saying. Like it's kind of critical, but you're going to see Big Tay take timeouts. Like he's going to take their timeouts. No single back wing tight Z. Motion. Keekly. There's a tackle. Good defense. So now 3rd and goal. So basically, if you're Big Tay, this is where I think it's a dicey play call because if I'm Big Tay here, I run this all the way down, take a timeout, and kind of see where I'm at. I think you realistically are going to, and he might end up doing this. You're going to have about 15 seconds. It's really just 2 plays. You have a timeout, so you can run the ball. Kobo doesn't have any timeouts. Giving Kobo the ball back with like 13 seconds is a lot different than giving him the ball back with like 30 seconds. And so you see here, run the clock all the way down, take timeout, 17 seconds, really about 2 plays. And if you're Big Tay, the interesting thing is if you don't get this one, do you kick or do you go for it? Kobo's basically trying to stand up, get a goal line stop here. He's really trying to force 3. So this is going to be Kobo's best defense right here. And we get crossman onto that slant. Hard flat looks like this is good, but not good enough, as you see there. One of the most basic route combos we see. I mean, this is a zig. Gosh. And it's just touchdown. It sucks. This is a combo I talk about. I teach in my ebooks. It's out route, whip route, little crosser. You could either put this on a slant or you could hitch him and ideally you have a little ghost. This has like been one of the best red zone combos for years. It's hard to defend this zig, but you have to. I mean, this is a vert hook. Should be like he's in 3-4 odds. That's the problem. He's in 3-4 odds. So yeah, you can't. It's hard to defend this whip. Maybe that's why Ted called it. Regardless, he scores. And there's just no yellow zone on the right side. There's not a single yellow zone on the right side of the field. I don't know how. I don't know how that was supposed to get him. That just didn't work, man. Just didn't work. "14 seconds though. Kobo can score. But basically, game planning wise, what do you do here? Generally, what I do is try to get to about like the 50. If you want a Hail Mary, 50 to 40 gives you a little bit, actual chance to dial something up. He's going to this play. This was the play that actually got him stopped on the 4th down here. He's going to go to normal. No, he's going to go to this. Okay. That's actually cool. You have a little short post over there, a little whip route. Going to get that blitz from Big Tay. Throws a little out route. Does get out of bounds. 4 yards for 3 seconds. I think he was hoping to maybe rack that. I don't know. I think he has a specific spot he wants to get to. Oh, he has it. Oh my gosh. He just didn't get out of bounds. That sucks. GG's, boys. And that is how Big Tay was able to defeat Kobo in the winning it in for Madden Bowl. This game won Big Tay $30,000, and Kobo's going to LCQ to fight. Kobo is the number 1 seed going into LCQ of limbs. Just didn't really this is just RG3 throw to me. RG3 doesn't zip these. Even though he has set feet lead, he just doesn't get enough bend on it. If he gets out of bounds there, you got one shot for you, Brad. Like, kind of unfortunate way to end it, but that is how it ends. Thanks for watching the video. And if you guys want to get any of my ebooks, teach you how to play the game, that's going to be linked in the description. Also, we'll put Kobo's Twitch in the description. He did stream this on his Twitch, which shout out to him for doing that.